7 financial blind spots. Again, Jonathan, we've been talking about these steps to make sure that people see before it's too late. And that's what we call them blind spots. And one of the big silent killers of retirement plans, inflation.
Right.
Why is it a silent killer? Because a lot of you out there don't realize it's even here. A quiz that I always tell people to do is think about what you paid for the very first house you bought. And if you're young, think about what your parents paid for your very first house.
Right.
Now, think about what you paid for your very last car.
Wow.
Many people paid more for their last car than their first house. Can't live in the car, can you? Well, some people do, I guess. But that's a great example of inflation. Why are we talking about inflation here? Because when you retire, you have to have money to do what you want to do. And one of the mistakes I've seen people make is when the stock market's bouncing around, people get scared, they take the money and put it into what they call a safe place. They go to a bank, they put it into a bank account or a CD, paying 1 or 2% interest maybe. But inflation historically is 3% a year. So if you have money earning 1% at a bank, and the cost of living is going up 3%, you're losing money safely.
How safe is that?
You're not. So you're losing money safely, and that's not good, is it? So we need to make sure we have proper balance. Nothing wrong with having some money in a bank account, but not all your money.
Right.
And nothing wrong with having some money in the stock market, but not all your money.
Right.
It's about proper balance to make sure to combat inflation. What would you tell people watching as far as a way to have an income plan that has inflation protection built in?
I think the main thing is to think of your money as being segregated, as far as having it in different buckets.
Yep.
Some money you set aside for very long-term goals. That money should be at market risk. Then there's some money that you set aside that's for very, very short-term goals, like in a bank. You're going to use it within the next 2 years. That money should be at no risk.
That's if you have like a flat tire in a car or a roof of any. Yeah.
Then there should be money, Coach, especially the bulk of your retirement money, should be someplace where you can create a guaranteed stream of income for yourself. And that's a whole different type of arena a lot of folks not even really familiar with. So that's one of the things that we specialize in at our firm. Is showing people how to take the lump sum that they've built up and create a long-term stream of income for themselves that will never outlive.
Yeah, and that's valuable.
Absolutely.
And how valuable? Well, you really realize it when you get to retirement. If you don't have an income stream, you'll realize it real big time. But here's what we want to admit, that the cost of living is going to continue to go up. It always does. And how much, who knows, but try to grow your money by as safe as possible, as much as possible.
Absolutely.
And also have an income stream that could increase in money as you age. So let's say you're getting $40,000 a year when you retire out of your income stream, and then when you hit 70, it increases to $45,000. Therefore, you're keeping up with inflation.
Absolutely.
And because if you stay at a static amount all through your life, sooner or later you're not going to be able to afford what you currently afford.
The bills are going to go up.
Yeah. And I think about the candy bar. You and I are about the same age. I remember 10-cent candy bars.
I do too.
If I was depending on 10-cent candy bars today, I'd be a skinny guy.
Right.
So that's a good diet, I guess, right?
Absolutely.
The inflation diet. You can't afford food anymore. So, no, it's just about getting on the right path. And folks, if you are curious about what a true inflation-protected retirement plan is, call Jonathan and his team today. The number's right there on the screen.